Morning, everyone. Nice to see you. Happy Saturday. You'll notice that I am alone. This is Saturday Morning Storytime Live number 38, and it's the first one without Tanya. 2.5 hours ago, Tanya got in the car, 30 degrees here in eastern Ohio, and she has about a 4.5 hour drive east to rendezvous with our daughter Jolie and some of her roommates, and Jolie is coming back to stay with us for a little while, which is cool. About a week and a half, she'll be here. So Tanya went and did that today with our oldest son, Daniel. And I'm here to carry on. We have a big stack of books publishers and authors have been sending us, and we're excited. I'm excited about this one today. It's Gator, second grader, classroom pet or not. It's published by Little Five Star. They won a lot of awards for what they've done. The author, Conrad Storad, has written over 50 of these kind of books. So quite a lot of experience there. He's very committed to bringing nature, science to children, young adults, and illustrated quite brilliantly, as you can see. I mean, this is just a taste of the fun to come by Alex Lopez. Alex Lopez has designed for Sega, for Konami, Stanford University, for Disney. So quite an excellent team put together this book. And as you'll see, there's a lot more to it than just the story. But I'm going to share the story with you, and then I'll let you know briefly what's going on this way if you want to order it. Especially good for teachers. I know our friend Angelina is with us this morning. Angelina is an educator. So let's get started. Gator, second grader. Classroom pet or not. Welcome to second grade. So here, I believe this is a characterization of Conrad Storad. Howdy, humans. I imagine most of you reading these scribbles are what I call two-leggers. Just like Conrad. He's the guy making these little symbols on paper so you can understand my squeaky voice. I'm going to spare you any squeaky voice this morning. My name is Sue, and I am a gerbil. But the kids in second grade classroom where I live call me Snoozer. Why? Because I spend a lot of time sleeping. Most gerbils are diurnal. That means we are usually super active during the day. But I love my naps. The students don't seem to mind, though. I love living here in the second grade. And there, yes. My home is very nice. It's a wire mesh cage. The second graders take good care of me. Oh, did I forget to tell you, there are lots of other creatures that live here in the second grade too. 2 white mice live in a cage right next to mine. They're twins. A big aquarium filled with goldfish sits on a shelf near the windows. The second grade lizards live in a glass terrarium on the top shelf of a long, low bookcase. The bearded dragon is very handsome. The 2 leopard geckos are very colorful. Those lizards all love to eat bugs and mealworms. Ick. Lolo is a red-knee tarantula. She lives in a nice glass case that sits right on top of the teacher's desk. Lolo has been with the teacher for a long, long time. A curly-haired black cat named Nat likes to peek through our classroom windows. She's always prowling around outside the school, chasing butterflies and squirrels. Nat the cat likes to stare at the goldfish. Sometimes she licks or whispers when she looks at me or the twins. I get the shivers. But we know we are safe here in the second graders' classroom. Mrs. Nichols is a fun teacher. She tells her students to always be kind to creatures of all shapes and sizes. She tells them lots of fun stories. I want to tell you a special story. It's about the day 2 boys brought a very interesting creature to our classroom. Benny and Jacob are always bringing stuff to school. They bring rocks, they bring leaves, they bring insects, and creepy crawlers of all kinds, large and small. But this day was different. Benny and Jacob actually brought a baby alligator to school. They had caught it on the muddy bank of a pond. The pond was connected to a canal that ran behind their neighborhood. The baby alligator was only about a foot long, but it was an alligator. We all learned a lot the day that alligator came to second grade. We're going to turn the page and now read the story with Alex's wonderful illustrations. There's a few of them here. I'll just share very quickly. But now we get to the big ones. Please call me Snoozer. I'm a little brown gerbil, but my real name is actually Sue. I live in a cage in the classroom. The room is home for the second grade too. And there is just cute. Reminds me of Timon from Lion King. The teacher here is really smart. She teaches math and reading. She knows her subjects well. She also teaches art and science, and she teaches right up to the bell. So there's the teacher, I believe, Mrs. Nichols. The kids can add and multiply, they write and read stories, and study hard before each test. They also like art and music, but they really like science the best. When the subject is science, teachers' words are to the point. She leaves no room for doubt. It's not just facts and figures, respect for nature's what it's about. So there are the students studying, and there's Mrs. Nichols teaching. Being a teacher myself, I deeply admire teachers. One day not long ago, boys named Jacob and Benny brought a big cardboard box to school. Teacher, look inside. We caught this. It's really, really cool. The creature inside the box stretched about a foot long. Its two big eyes were round. It seemed to flash a toothy smile, but it did not make a sound. Its rough skin was almost black, with stripes of yellow down its flank. So there are these two boys. Kind of remind me for David, the trilogy we did a couple months ago. And there is that little alligator. It had a short, blunt snout. As the kids crowded around, I thought, please, just don't let that thing out. The second graders all yelled at once. Let's name this beast right now. We can call it Al. No, we'll call it Doc. This is an alligator, Jacob said, so we can never call it Croc. There's the alligator, aware of the kids, and there are all the kids all excited as kids are when they see some nature, and they're going to participate with it. Students, please listen well. My words are important, teacher said. This is something you should know. A baby gator is not a good classroom pet. It will grow and grow and grow. This little guy looks cute right now, but a classroom is not where it belongs. Even though today it seems kind of sweet, this gator will grow a foot longer each year. Soon to it. You might look like a treat. Oh my goodness. A very good point. I remember when I was a kid, there was a book about a little alligator that I think got flushed down the toilet, wound up in the sewers of New York, and comes up and has all kinds of adventures. Sort of reminds me of that. Teacher continued her lesson. The kids learned about powerful jaws, about sharp teeth, and slashing tails, too. Some creatures are fun classroom pets, she said, but others stay safe in the zoo. Children, please repeat after me. We all know a cat named Nat, or you might have a dog named Spot. Some creatures make great classroom pets, and some creatures do not. So, the dangers of the gator to the cuteness of a dog or a cat. So, let's see what kind of pets do make good classroom pets. Okay, we get it, the second grader shouted. We know this lesson now, and it's actually kind of fun. Then the kids raised their hands slowly, one by one. Sarah said, a goldfish is a good classroom pet. A great white shark is not. All excited to share, and Sarah is the first. Ronnie said, a turtle could be a good classroom pet. A Gia monster would not. Logan said, a hamster is a fun classroom pet. A grizzly bear is not. There they are. So cool. Alex Lopez, great illustrator. Matthew said, a corn snake could be a classroom pet. A rattlesnake should not. Now that reminds me, if you like this book, there's another book that Conrad Storad wrote that we're going to do in a couple of weeks about rattlesnakes. Hadley said, hermit crabs make good classroom pets, but giant squids do not. Mario said, ants in a farm could make a big classroom pet. A flock of chickens would not. Mason said, a smart white rat could be a pet. A mountain lion should not. So they're starting to get it. All you kids out there watching, think about what would be a really good pet, and then something that kind of might seem like that pet, but might not be a great pet. Well, Eli said, geckos make great classroom pets. Dinosaurs do not. The kids chanted loudly, "We know a cat named Nat. We have a gerbil named Sue. Some beasts are fun to feed, but others might try to eat you." And they're talking, of course, about a lion. So there's T-Rex. There's the lion. Apex predators. Then Jacob and little Benny raised their hands together. Their happy faces smiled. "Some animals are safe, fun pets, but alligators belong in the wild." Teacher looked right at her students. "Good work, second graders," she said. "You've learned well what I've taught. Many creatures do make classroom pets, but others just do not." So there are the guys that started it all. They're excited. They get it. And there's the teacher, Mrs. Nichols, with Sue or Snoozer. So, like I said, there's lots of other really good goodies here. There's tips for being a smart, safe pet owner. We can all use those. A little bit about gerbils, about the American alligator, fast facts about alligators. You could do a whole unit if you wanted about alligators. Homeschool, in-school, remote school, whatever you're doing right now. Summer projects coming up. More alligator fun facts, alligator Q&A, words to learn, so you have your vocabulary, which is awesome. Curriculum and activity guide. You really could spend probably a week with this book. Then it tells about the authors. You can order other books. So there it is, folks. Gator, second grader. My first solo read. Hope I won't be doing too many of these. Miss Tanya, hope she's doing well on the road. We wish you a happy Saturday. Started out very cold today. Got below 30, got very frosty, but I think we're going to get up to 64. So wishing you good health, some relaxation and fun this weekend. We will see you next week. I believe it is Cheery the Tree Frog. So take care. Oh no, yes, it is. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.